Well, joining us tonight, Prakash Javadekar, Rajya Sabha MP and spokesperson for the BJP, Prashanjit Bose, economist, Zafar Sareshwala, Gujarat entrepreneur and someone who has spoken at great length about the favourable climate in Gujarat for investors and entrepreneurs. Also, C.R. Keshwan, national spokesperson of the Congress party, joining us. Prakash Javadekar, the BJP must be delighted by these reports of brokerage firms saying that the possibility of a Modi-led BJP government coming to power is making the market surge. But is this more hype than reality? Even you must admit there are other factors that could be at work over here.
See, we are delighted not for these reports. The real important is the real people's support which we are witnessing, not only in rallies but everywhere. That's first. But these reports also indicate certain things. And what is worrying feature is Congress is so frustrated, extreme frustration, that now they want to shoot the messenger. They want to ban opinion polls. They have banned it. Now they want to shut these reports also, which are professionally done everywhere. These are the speculative investment reports, which analyze the world situation as they perceive, as the investor perceive, and they give their analysis. That should not have been taken cognizance of to such a level where the Commerce Minister goes out to say that they have no business to do this, and that is their regular business.
Let the Congress respond.
And if you don't understand, if they don't understand, that shows an extreme exasperation, desperation, frustration of the Congress.
C.R. Keshwan, the BJP says the Congress wants to ban opinion polls. But what do you do when financial firms also issue glowing reports, in fact, what appears to be endorsements?
Ankita, let me tell you at the outset, financial firms and institutions should not dabble in political projections and predictions. Because I think fairly in this case, they do not have the wherewithal to understand the intricacies or the nuances when it comes to such a big multi-ethnic, multicultural, multi-religious and multilingual democracy like India. Let me say a case in point. Goldman Sachs has been around from 1869. Could they conjecture what happened in 1929 or 30s when it came to the onset of the Great Depression? Were they on the mark when you talked about the Asian crisis in 1997? Or as recent as 2007, you talk about the Lehman Brothers who are headquartered in the same place as Goldman Sachs.
Were they able to
predict the biggest?
Okay, the report also cautions that with elections still 6 months away, a stock market bounce at this point and rupee stability is actually not in Narendra Modi's interest. That Narendra Modi's momentum, which is building now, could get frittered away.
Let me make a point here. First thing to begin with, when Goldman Sachs talked about the firm foundations, the economy and the structures of the economy will have with the onset of a Modi wave, they should understand the BJP and the RSS when it comes to foundation and structures always break the foundation and structures. I'm not talking about physical foundations here. I'm talking about the foundations on which this very country was founded upon. I want to make 2 points here with your permission, which have never been made till now. First thing is their clever sophistry and double-tongued talk. They talk about inclusive growth. He talked about Lok Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. But you see what has happened in Gujarat. There is a wonderful scheme for minority students, for pre-metric students from 1 to 10 standard, for minority communities where 75% comes from the center and 25% comes from the state. This man says that youth should be involved in nation building. But what does he do? He doesn't give the scholarship for more than 4 lakh students since in 2008. The PIL goes to a court and the Gujarat High Court says what the BJP does is wrong. And on May 6th, he goes to the Supreme Court.
That's another argument, C.R. Keshwan. But, again, we're straying from the topic. And Prashanjit Bose, I'd like you to come in at this point. Is there a tendency by financial firms, foreign analysts, to draw oversimplistic conclusions?
Not only that, I would actually go further. First of all, this Goldman Sachs, it is a notorious firm. They have been investigated for their role in the 2007-8 subprime lending crisis in the United States. Their role have been investigated in the sovereign debt crisis in Greece. These financial firms, their interventions, the way they intervene in the stock markets of various countries, financial markets of various countries, especially developing countries, are extremely sinister. I think we should be very, very cautious and careful about that. Secondly, I think there is a straight case of conflict of interest here, because the Goldman Sachs and many of these other investment bankers, they are also major investors in the Indian stock market. Why are they talking about these market sentiments now? You see the rally which we are seeing in the Bombay stock market today is I think that there is a lot of, it is basically another bubble which is just waiting to burst. It's a very peculiar kind of rally where the certain kind of stocks are basically showing a very abnormal kind of, very high,
limited number of stocks as well.
So I see in this a particular game that is being played, which has very less to do with what is really happening in the Indian political electoral scene and more to do with speculative activities in the stock market. Having said so, I just want to also react to what the BJP spokesperson is saying. That it is really surprising that a foreign firm of extremely dubious credentials, I mean, we really want to know, because Mr. Modi has been saying all kinds of things. He is going to fix all problems that faced by India, from inflation to corruption to everything. Is this the kind of policy perspective that the BJP has, that today it wants certificates from these dubious investment bankers like Goldman Sachs? Is that the credibility of the BJP today? Is that the kind of alternative economic policy that the BJP stands for?